Can we just take a moment to appreciate how cute my bralette is? I just feel really cute right now. Hey everyone, it's McKenna and I hope you're doing good today. I think I've decided what I'm going to do with my channel. I'm going to upload twice a week. One time a week is going to be a beauty, lifestyle, fashion kind of video, and the second time a week will be like a story time or me trying to be funny, basically. Yeah, so I can try, right? But then we get the best of both worlds and everyone can have a little bit of something of me. So today is going to be the time of week that I try to be funny and I am going to tell you a story. It actually is a really funny, story? It's just a story. Yep. Sorry if the lighting gets weird, by the way. I just hate Florida, so. In my last story time, I had talked about how I had taken an Instagram photo the day that the story had taken place, and I told everyone to go to that photo and leave a comment on the picture. So I want to do something similar today because I thought that was really fun, but I'm not going to tell you the picture that it was. I want you guys to guess the picture that happened, that I took on the day the story took place. Did that make sense? I hope so. These are your choices of photos. Just go on my Instagram, click the one you think it is, and just comment your favorite emoji. Today, I'm going to tell you the story about when I went to go get a tattoo and it went very, 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 very wrong. Very wrong. This happened beginning of last year when I was living in California. At the time I was living in Riverside and I had made an appointment to go get a tattoo done, and the artist I usually went to in California, he was located in Fullerton, and it was kind of next to the college in Fullerton, and I wish I knew the street it was on, but I know it was next to student housing, and I also know that it was right next to a 7-Eleven and in a little like shopping center. I know there was like a smoke shop in there, there was a pizza place or something, and no, Italian restaurant. I don't know. There's a couple stores. Besides the point. On this day, I had a friend who I'm not friends with anymore, but she was my friend. She went with me to go get a tattoo on this day because she was actually getting one as well. I am going to call her Samantha, but Samantha and I were going to go get tattoos. So, there's that. At the time, I did not have my own car. I was borrowing my aunt's car because I had a Prius and it ended up breaking down in the middle of the freeway. Great story. If you want me to tell it, just let me know. But I had work after I was getting my tattoo done, so I was going to drive myself and Samantha was going to drive herself, but she met me at my house and then we drove to the tattoo place. Well, it was like an hour drive. She just followed me there. We parked in that little shopping center I was talking about with the 7-Eleven, the other stores, and the tattoo place. After we parked, I got out of my car. She told me to go into her car real quick, and she pulls out a little baggie. And this is where it already starts to go really wrong. She pulls out this baggie, and I look at it. I already know it's something illegal, because that's just the person she is. But she pulls it out and she asks me if I want to take any Molly before we get these tattoos, and I'm just like, are you a fucking idiot though? So I just tell her that I don't think that's a good idea, that I don't think she should do that, and no, I don't want any. But of course she doesn't listen to me and she does it anyways, which I just don't think that's smart at all in any way, but whatever, we're not gonna listen to me. So she does that, and then we just go ahead and go inside. I don't remember what time the appointment was at, but I know we got there pretty early in the afternoon. It had to have been like 11 or 12. But anyways, we go inside, and if you've never gotten a tattoo done before, basically what you do is you go in and they have to set everything up. The artist has to draw what you want, put on transfer paper, unless you're getting a freehand, but we knew what we wanted. We brought in pictures, so he was tracing it out, getting it ready, and then we were going to do the tattoos. But the prep process can tend to take a little while, and in that time we hadn't eaten yet and we were really hungry, so we thought, hey, we'll just order some Domino's because, you know, that's easy, whatever. So we had been there for about an hour at that point when we ordered the pizza, and we just go ahead and order it, and I think they said it was going to take like 20 or 30 minutes, and basically we decided to not start the tattoos until after we ate, just because we didn't want that distraction of eating. So when it comes time to get the pizza, I said I would drive just because I usually do drive, and mind you, the options of other people to drive at this point weren't that great. Just The guys in the shop were all really high, and my friend was rolling, you know. Not gonna say anything. And then there's me, who I was just normal, just, you know, doing my thing. So I was like, you know what, I'll drive. It's cool. I'm cool with it. I grab my keys, I grab my purse, I go outside, and the car is nowhere to be found. It's just not there. It's not there at all. So I go inside, I asked Samantha, I was like, do you remember where I parked? Because my car's not there. And she just looks at me like, what? And she comes outside with me, and lo and behold, the car was just not there. And let I remind you, that wasn't my car. It's not my car. It was my aunt's car. So I lost someone else's car. The first thought that came into my head was, oh my god, the car got stolen. What the hell am I gonna do? That car got stolen. It's not my car. What the hell? And this wasn't like a great part of town, so I mean, I wasn't surprised if the car got stolen, but I was just like, how the hell would they steal that car? Like, how does one steal a car without the keys? Like, I know there's ways, but really? Anyways, we're all freaking out, wondering where the car could go. I'm about to call the cops, and then the shop people pointed out that next door was a 7-Eleven, and if you are not familiar with 7-Eleven, I guess they love to tow people. They really love towing people, like really love it. So that was the thing that made the most sense, and I was just like, oh my gosh, the car got towed. I didn't park in the little shopping center parking lot. I guess I parked in 7-Eleven parking lot, and they towed my car. Not my car, my aunt's car. So on 7-Eleven, they have this little towing sign because I guess they just tow everyone. So I called the number, and basically they told me that I had however many hours it was. I think it was like 3 hours. I think it was like 3 hours to get my car out before they closed. And basically it was going to be $300 today and was going to double the next day. So it's going to be $600 the next day to get that car out. So I had to get it out today because I did not have $600 at that time. Basically the process that they said I had to go through was I had to go to the police department, which luckily was pretty close, but I had to go to the police department. I had to get a release form signed or something like that. I had to do that, and then I had to get money to go to the towing place so I could get my car out. So I get one of the guys from the shop to drive me over to the police station so I could get this form signed so I could get the car released. I get there, I'm waiting in line, they had me fill out the form, and then I had to show them the ID. So while I'm in the police station, I just reach in my bag to grab my ID, and what do I pull out in front of the police officer? A bag of weed.
Smoke weed every day.
At the freaking police station, what? Luckily that wasn't a big deal or anything. I mean, I don't know if he saw it. I'm gonna assume he didn't because he didn't say anything. But I filled out that form, gave him my ID, and I think I had to pay like $30 to get a signed sheet from them or something to say that the release is good to go. So that was great. After that, we were going to the towing place, which was like, I think 30 minutes away or something. But at this point, I think we had like 2.5 hours to get that car out before it closed. So we go over to the place to get the car out, and I go in there, I give them the release form, and then they tell me to pay the $300 and something to get it out. Well, may I remind you, that was not my car. I wasn't allowed to pay with a card to get that car out because it wasn't my car. The title wasn't in my name, registration wasn't in my name, nothing was in my name for that car, so I could not use a card to get that car out. They said if I got some sort of paper signed from my aunt and uncle that they could fax it over, email it over, and that'd be good, but I didn't really want to tell my aunt and uncle that I got their car towed, so I didn't. I asked them if there was anything else I could do to get it out, and they say that if I pay cash I could have it. I was so grateful for this, but at the same time, you're going to let me pay cash to get this car out? It's not even my car. So basically what I learned is you can go to a towing place and get anyone's car for cash. They don't care. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, but you know what? I was happy because all I had to do was get cash. At this point, I think I had 2 hours to get the car out, but I didn't have any cash on me. So we go back to the tattoo shop. Samantha's starting to get tattooed at this point, and I say, hey, would you mind if I borrowed your car to drive all the way back to Riverside, which is about an hour away, and there was traffic, so I could get cash for my house? Because at the time, I mean, I am now too, but at that time I was working in a restaurant and I got a lot of cash tips, and I kept a lot of tips in this little shoebox in my room and I hid them. It was like in case of emergency money, you know, in case of zombies basically. She says I can use her car, so I go ahead, take her car, and I am zooming back to Riverside, getting there as fast as I can. I think I got there in like an hour and 15 minutes. I had around 45 minutes at this point to get back to the car place. They did know I was coming back, but I mean, if they're gonna close, they're gonna close, and I have to pay double the amount. I get back to the house, I grabbed I think $400 in cash, almost emptied out that shoebox because I think I only had $500 or $600 in there at that time, but I grabbed pretty much all the money and I just start zooming back to Orange County so I can get that freaking car out. I was speeding like no other. I am so lucky I did not get pulled over because that would have been the end of me. It would have been the absolute end of me. While all this was happening, I honestly forgot that I even had work that day. Totally forgot I even had it. Yep, totally went over my mind, but it wasn't time for me to work yet. So while I'm rushing back to Orange County, I call my manager, I tell him everything that's happening, and I say, I don't think I can make it to work today. Sorry for the late notice, but I really don't think I can make it. My manager was not happy at all because this day we had a fundraiser and we were expecting to be really busy and we were already short-staffed. So he was like, what do you mean? You did what? And you, what? Basically, he told me to just get everything done and to come in anyways. I told him I'd probably be done in a little bit, but I didn't know what was happening. So that was basically that, but work was honestly like the end of my list of worries. Finally had the money, I'm on my way back. I had to stop at the tattoo place so I could pick someone up to go with me because I didn't have anyone to drive the other car back. So that was great. Luckily the car place was close to there. But I picked someone up, I went to the car place, I made it. I think it was like 5 minutes before they closed. I had cash, was able to sign the paper, and they let the car free. At this point, I was so exhausted and I was so late for work that I just called my manager and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not coming in. There's nothing I can do. No, it's not gonna happen. So after I got my car, went back to the tattoo shop. Samantha was done. I think she went home and I was there by myself or something like that. Don't really remember. I was just really happy that I had the car back and I got my tattoo and it was a wonderful, wonderful time. So yeah, that's the story of the time that I went to go get a tattoo and everything went wrong. Luckily though, I got that car back and my aunt and uncle never found out that it got towed until I post this video maybe. Then they might know and that sucks. So, sorry. Your car was okay though. I hope you all enjoyed this story. Make sure to follow me on all my social media. It'll be here down below. Just do it. Nike. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you next week for a fashion, beauty, or lifestyle video. If you have any requests at all, also leave them down below and I will make those. But yeah, I am going to go to work now, so hugs and kisses, and probably should start working out my arms. Alright, bye.